Okay. Yes, disconnect. Okay. I'm gonna go live on TikTok briefly as well. We're gonna be sorting through cosmetics today. I have so much stuff. I had people vote on my Instagram stories what body leveling task we wanted to do today. So we're going to be going through a bunch of different things. So if you're joining on TikTok, I am live on YouTube right now. I'll be here for the next 5-ish minutes. And if you want to join over there, we're going to be doing body doubling. I go through a different task every week. And this week I let people vote on what they wanted to do. And we're sorting through cosmetics. I have a lot, and a lot of it is probably expired. And a lot of things I probably used once and they're not like really for me. So we're just gonna start cleaning out drawers and getting rid of stuff, and we'll kind of see where we land. I don't know exactly how it's gonna go, but we're gonna figure it out together. So if you're on TikTok, you can join over on YouTube, and that's where we'll be continuing. So I guess I'm just gonna dive in. I don't even know what categories to start with. I have a couple of drawers, and also hi, thank you for joining. I've got drawers. I've got an entire like IKEA cart full of stuff, and I'm a very minimal makeup gal, but I just really like trying new things, and obviously people send me a lot, so there is a lot to go through. I think we'll maybe start with a category I don't use very often, which is base, which is why I have so much that I have not gone through. Hi, thank you so much for joining. If you are joining on TikTok, I'll just remind you, you can go over to YouTube. I will be here for like 5-ish minutes, and then we'll be continuing over there. We could just fully do the chat over there. Okay, I'm just gonna pull things out one at a time. This milk, I actually love this. This Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Gel Tint. Finishing cookies for your friend's birthday. That's amazing. Baking is probably way more fun than this one. This is exactly my shade. Right now, we're dead of summer. I don't think I actually like get any sort of a tan. But this is exactly my shade. And it's like, has really good lasting power, but it also looks very glowy, which I love, and sort of like I guess, do you want me to swatch any of these things? Should I put these things on as, so it's definitely like my paler version, but it like stays on. I've seen photos of myself when I am wearing this, and I'm like, oh my God, my skin looks amazing. And I'm like, oh, it's because I was wearing this one. So this one stays. I don't do a full base very often, but if I want something that has a little bit more coverage than a normal skin tint, I will use this one. If you are on TikTok, head on over to YouTube, because I will be closing this out in just a couple of minutes. But that is where we're doing the live over there, just letting y'all know. You had your electric water heater repaired. Well, yeah, sometimes the tasks sneak up on us, so we do what we got to do. I was planning to do the pantry today, which came in second in the Instagram poll, and then I ended up going to IKEA and getting a new sort of like cart situation for the kitchen, which is going to require some reorganization in the kitchen. So I thought that putting together the cart and doing the pantry clean out might be too much for one live. So we're here in this one anyway, and we might actually be able to do that next time. Okay, so TikTok, I am going to be closing out over here. The auditor situation, oh, I'm not supposed to be answering things over here. The auditor situation was crazy. If we want to talk about that, go over to YouTube Live, because that's where I'm going to be for the rest of the hour, and then some, probably clearing out all of my cosmetics. So thank you over here. Just wanted to let y'all know I'll be on YouTube Live. Same name over there. Goodbye. Okay, so now we can just focus on each other. Danessa Myricks. Yummy Skin. This stuff, I've actually gone through and slightly hit a little bit of pan on here. This stuff, it's like a powdery, it's slightly dark for me. but it's like one of the only like mattifying products that I really like, and it just kind of like creates a nice powder finish. And I had a makeup artist once tell me that like as I'm getting older, I actually need to go a little bit darker in my complexion products rather than constantly going lighter. And I don't know exactly what that is, but this was my first foray into that. It seems to work pretty well. I'm just gonna have a whole mix of swatches on my face during this thing. Also, it's like 100 degrees right now, and my AC is attempting to keep up, but I'm probably gonna be pretty sweaty because there is no AC vent in this room. Yeah, I don't know what exactly that advice was about. I don't know if it was just like highlighting, like you don't want to be highlighting everything, and if everything is pale, then maybe you're doing that. Wow, I have some like really. Okay, the first one that we're gonna toss. This was the first foundation that I ever like used regularly, and then this brand had some serious issues, and they released a foundation that was racist as fuck. And so I never used that again, and it just has been sitting in the back of the drawer ever since. I was convinced by someone to buy this Makeup Forever HD Skin Glow Hydro Glow. This is like one of the only like foundations that I own, and it's so good. It's so good, but I like never do a full on base. Yeah, I'm just like scooching right on over that. Don't need to give them any airtime. I just never do a full thing, but I feel it's one of those things I'm like, I feel bad throwing it away, you know? Oh, yeah, and it is also, it's such a good shade match. Okay, well, that makes me feel like I can't get rid of it. I need to start putting stuff on this side of my face because, okay, so far we haven't gotten rid of anything. So, yeah, I also fear that that looks really good. It's just like those couple of occasions when you actually want to do it, it's nice to have a thing. Okay. This also might just be reorganizing this drawer. That is also an option. It's okay. Sorry, my bangs are just gonna go crazy because it's real sweaty. This is I believe the one and only contour that I own. It's from Fenty. There's still a lot in it because I never ever contour, but it's just one of those, if you're ever gonna do it, then like, is it like what classifies as expired? I feel like there are certain things that as long as they work, right, it's kind of fine. I have an Olaplex oil for my hair. This is not the hair drawer, so I'm going to put that over here because I would actually like to use that, but there is probably a reason I haven't been reaching for it, and it's because it's in the wrong place. Okay, we're getting into some that I definitely have not. This is cool. This is from Salt, New York, and it's cool. It's like a little whatchamacallit, magnetic like palette situation, and you can put, I assume this is like a concealer, a base, a bronzer, and a cheek. Depends on the product type, right? Exactly. It's like, but it's like, is it crusty, or can I still put it on my face? If I can still put it on my face, it is really cool, but it's just, I just never reach for it. I think I just need to take this off. Are you guys gonna forgive me? Ugh. Being kind of sweaty. Okay. We're just gonna tie this around my waist so I don't lose it. Okay. Yeah, and the case is super cool. Here's the problem with wanting to try something though, and then trying it and then realizing that I never use it, is that then it's hard to give it away. I could, the thing that I usually do is use like alcohol on them to sanitize them and then give them to a friend. So I could do that because it's also like, it's a really cool little situation, and the fact that they're magnetic, you can like switch them out and stuff, like that's really sweet. I have not one but two of these Hourglass palettes, which I just think are so pretty that I have a hard time parting with them. I think they're different. Let's see. But I also just don't. They're different. They're different shades of, they're what, finishing powders? Yeah, lighting edit. This is why I have trouble getting rid of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna, if you see something that you're like, dude, what are you doing? Will you please just tell me? Because I'm also dropping things. My bathroom is tiny. Here we are. I was like, how am I supposed to do this in here? There's no way I can move all of this out to the living room in an attempt to like do this there. So we're just gonna go for it. I think I'm gonna. Here's the thing. These are just really, they're whatever. They're gorgeous, and I'm keeping them. There are these feel easier to give away. Something that's in a tube, right, feels easier to give away. Yes, reorganizing the makeup. I feel like it will remind me of things that I forgot existed, which will hopefully help me switch it up. But there is no world. Just wait. There is no world in which I will use. This isn't even all of them. I have been using, I'm reaching for my like daily use stuff I keep over here on the counter. This Hourglass one I've been using almost every day. I love this. I love this. Ooh, sorry if I'm making noise. And the Merit stick and the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue Luminous Skin Tint stick. These I keep out. And I actually wear high every day. Not all of them every day, but you know what I mean. I like rotate through those. The ones that are in the back of this drawer so rarely get any play. I think part of this is because Bare Minerals sent me several different types of things to try, and I was trying to find the right shade, and that's where I landed on that complexion stick. I feel like if it's in a tube and all I did was take a little bit out to test the shade, that doesn't feel as crazy. I'll just put this in the friend stuff. But if someone were like in one of my giveaways were like really to want to try it, I feel like that's not so contaminated. And also, you look patchy with the Merit stick. Have you tried more moisturizer? Like I feel like with a lot of, sorry, I'm so sweaty. I feel like with a lot of complexion products, you want them to go on like more bare skin, but I think that the Merit goes really well on like moisturized skin. Like I feel like I can use it with all of my skincare in a way that some of my other products feel like they're too slippy if I put them on with skincare. Does that make sense? Yeah. If that doesn't make sense, let me know. I went to a Jane Iredale event last year at some point, and they gave me a bunch of stuff, a lot of which I use. I love their powder foundation. Never thought I would get back into powder foundation again, but for like, especially even just like spot doing stuff, it's really, really nice. I never use a primer, and it's probably because I don't do a full face very often, but I've got these primers. Is this also a primer? No, and Kulfi sent a primer, but like I love everything Kulfi. I feel like maybe this is lighter, which is more my speed if I am ever going to use a primer. I think it's going to be this one. I think these feel more makeup-y full face makeup, which I don't use, so I'm going to put them over in that pile. Versed Multi-Serum Skin Tint SPF 40. I put this on and I think it was just entirely the wrong shade. I think there are, like, I get pale, but this was too pale for me and there was no saving it. So that's going to go This again looks like I took one pump out of it, which is so frustrating, but alas, here we are. Okay, the Jane Iredale, this was the foundation. Do I only have one of them? Maybe I only kept one because it was the right shade for me. I tried these at that event of theirs and they were so good. But oh yeah, it's like way more full coverage. Even than the Milk or the Makeup Forever. Okay, the question is if I already never do a full face, do I only want to keep one foundation or should I keep two because they're kind of different shades? This one is clearly more pale. Like this is my winter. This is winter Becca. And this, you can still kind of see me through it. Is the yes, I should only keep one? Is that what you meant by that? Okay. I'm gonna put this over in this pile is gonna get too big too quickly, but we're gonna put it over there. Okay, what else? This one little tiny thing of Hollywood Flawless Filter from back when that was super popular, and I knew enough about myself to only get the little tiny one, so be proud of me for that because I spent my own money on this during the Sephora sale. But I mean, it's small, it doesn't take up a lot of space, it still works. It definitely gave that a little bit of glow because that was a little bit more of a matte situation. Cute and tiny and good for travel. Yeah, exactly. I think I got it for a wedding that I was going to that I wanted to do like more of a full face situation. I'm just going to rub some of this off. So much makeup. So that I can keep on trying things. This, it's a Tower 28. I love Tower 28. I never reach this, but do I not reach for it because it's in the back of the drawer? Let's see. I'm gonna bet actually that I tried this in the winter and I thought that it was too. I'm just looking at it in the mirror. The camera is doing a weird thing. I think I probably tried this in the winter and I thought that it was too dark for me. This side still feels so light because of the Jane Iredale. It like didn't come off all the way. I'm gonna put this closer to the front and see if I actually use it because this actually does. I don't like relying on makeup for SPF, but this does have SPF 30 in it as opposed to the Hourglass one I've been using, which doesn't have anything. So that's not the worst idea to hold on to it and try it out. What is anybody else working on right now? Somebody's clearing out cosmetics. We got clearing out a closet. We got some baking happening. Is anybody else working on a project? This one is, maybe I'm just gonna put my hair up. That's what I'm gonna do. That'll be less. Cooking dinner, nice. I was like out running little errands all afternoon. So I gotta figure out what it is I wanna make for dinner. I did get some frozen things at Costco, so it might be one of those kind of nights. Jones Road, which I also love. Why was this in the back of the drawer? Just enough tinted moisturizer. Good job putting the linens away. Let's try this on my chin. My laundry room desperately needs to be cleaned up too, but there's nowhere to put you in there. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that one on a live. I actually really like this. Changing account. That is such a task. I get the notification sometimes. It's like you're, my old ass like spam email address has like ended up on the dark web. Please change all of these passwords. And I'm like, the number of just the hours that I have spent trying to go through and change passwords is wild. If you don't have a password manager, I do highly recommend getting one that makes life way easier. I am going to keep this. I'm going to hold on to this. It doesn't say anything about SPF, so I don't think it has it in there, but I just put that on my chin. And I really like that a lot. And I love Jones Road, so I don't know why that ended up in the back of the drawer. And this is why we do this. Wow. This was overflowing in the back. So good job. This is it is a funny thing. Yeah, when you give trusted people certain passwords and then like the overlap that you create. This is like a cute little lip gloss, lip something, like keychain situation. I feel like I should actually, it says be legendary, a little kissy. I might actually like put that on a bag because it's nice. And I always have something on me. Oh my God. Never have I ever actually. I think when I was first trying to learn how to do makeup, I've been on the internet for too long now. It was probably like 5 years ago or something. I was like, I don't do a full face of makeup, and I was trying to figure out how to do it. And I think I used this and was like, see, I suck. And everybody was like, no, it's that you're choosing like an incredibly like full coverage, like crazy thing to use. That's going away. I also don't even know how old that is. I'm not even going to swatch it on me. Jones Road. What are you? Gel bronzer. Oh, there's a fly in here. Rude, go away. Let's see. I never use a, okay, this is like, even though it's like fully separated, it's just coming out clear. Even though I just shook it. So that's gonna, I feel like that's also probably one of the very first Jones Road things that I ever got. So it's probably very old. I love the Jones Road Miracle Balm. I have a bunch of them that I use regularly. I don't even know how a person could get through this tub. It is so much. I've been using this for years, and also I scooped some out to give to my mom in a small thing, and there's still so much left. It's the largest tub in the world. This one is Dusty Rose. Well, this was a little palette, and I was like, oh, that's so nice for travel. But I don't know that I ever use like these specific shades. Let's see. Yeah, Infinite Blush. It just, something about, these are the Miracle Balm, right? Maybe not. It just says cheek palette. I think maybe that's why, because I think I went in thinking it was the Miracle Balm, and then it's like a slightly different texture than that. I think I like this shade more than this shade, and then it's got kind of like a bronzy one in there too, which I don't know that that is even doing anything. I'm always gonna opt for this one instead, so I'm gonna put this to the side. If I don't use it, I don't need it, right? Blush is just also one of those things that, well, we'll get there. I have a lot of blush because I didn't wear blush for so long because I grew up with rosy cheeks and people made fun of me for having rosy cheeks. And so then I just never used blush. And then once I discovered blush, I was like, oh, this is really fun. But now I have too many. This is a Merit, what does this say? Bronze Balm. The shade is Clay. That doesn't look, oh no, that is bronzy. That's That's so funny. I feel like I remember when I got this and I was like, oh, that's actually like because it's not too warm toned. Most bronzers are, which is why I don't really do bronzer ever. I think I don't use this because it was in the back of the drawer. I actually really like the consistency of that. So that's going to go over here. I'm just going to keep doing the thing where I will wash and put a lot of calming stuff on my skin tonight because I'm going to irritate the out of it while I rub it to death. What are these? Oh, I think these are highlighters. These are from Merit also. They were hiding in the back. Oh, no, that's a bronzy. I think they're both highlighters, but like a different shades of highlighter. Yeah. I have other things that I use more, so these are going to go away. They've been hiding forever and I've never reached for them. That looks like it has glitter in it. Something from Jones Road. Shimmer face oil. I will never use shimmer face oil. That's why that was sitting in the back of the drawer. So that's also going to go over here. I should have brought a trash bag in here. Or a bin. Not a trash bag. A bin to collect things and figure out where they go. Okay, well, this is empty, so that's good. I gotta figure out what goes in the back here. What else is in this? I think this is a powder. Should I figure out all the powders together? How do I soft focus, hydrate, and set powder? Why do you call a powder hydrating? That feels like a lie. How do I don't know that I feel any type of way about that. Okay. This is eyeshadow, which I very clearly have only reached for the black to do liner out of. It literally has like the liner brush things. I'm going to put this to the side, and when I'm going through the eyeshadows, I will see if I have any other blacks that can work in lieu of that one. Otherwise, maybe that's why I keep it. It's flat. It's fine. Okay, blushes. Guys, maybe I'm going to dump them all into here. This isn't even. Okay, this is a start. Blushes. Got 3 Katie Jane Hughes, KJH brand. This one is Soft Raisin. We've got, I really like this brand. I like how versatile these are because they are blushes, but you can also use them. That one is Soft Berry. And then the new one they actually just sent me was Soft Orchid. So those are all really nice, and I use them regularly, so they're staying. Ooh. I've just like wiped everything off of my face at this point. Okay. I wish that I could set you up in a way that allows you to like see all of the drawers and everything that's going on in here, but my bathroom is tiny and there is literally nowhere to put anything. Okay, I've got 3 Jane Iredale things. I actually think only one of these is a blush and 2 of them might be 4 Jane Iredale things. One of these is a blush that I like and use. That is a highlighter. Okay, we're gonna hold on that. This is also a highlighter. Oh, maybe all of these are highlighters. Oh no, this one is blush. And I really like this blush a lot. I look crazy right now, but this one's really good. Maybe I should actually like wash my face instead of just continuing to rub everything off and make myself red. I think the rest of these are highlighters that I never reach for, and you'll see why when we get to highlighters, because there are two that I basically use all of the time. Also, this one, it has been really hot, and like I said, this room gets really hot. I think this one has like melted a little bit as well. And that's like a really whitish highlighter. And then this one, oh, that's a bronzer. Actually, I think I like the color of this bronzer. And I don't have many things in the bronze. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this along with that Merit one. I think that's nice. These, anything kind of glittery, shimmery is very difficult for me to hold onto. It's just like not my vibe. I like something that has a glow but without a shimmer. It's a very fine line. Okay, this is from a brand called No Makeup Makeup, and I actually reach for it quite a bit. I think I tried and didn't love their bases, but I really liked how natural the blush is. And then this one, Soch, that's the brand. This one is more of a powder. I'm just reaching for whatever brushes I can find reach for at the moment without disturbing everything. So don't judge the brushes. Okay, I think that one's really nice. That's the problem. But if it's good and I can't give it away because I've used it, why not hold on to it, right? As long as it's not dead, it still works. I feel like I need to put some. I'm actually going to put a little bit of Dew Skin Mercy on my face. Just, I feel like I need a little love here for a second. Rubbing the shit out of my skin. I'm happy to talk through this stuff as I go, but I'm also happy to answer questions or anything if people have anything. I'm thinking I might do an entire video on the situation that I just had yesterday with those First Amendment auditor guys, because that was crazy. This is the Violette FR one. I love Violette FR. I love their products. I never reached for this one. I don't actually love having an attached brush on there because it just feels dirty. And I think that color is slightly pinker than I go for. This was I think one of the very first blushes that I bought myself in this. Oh, it's like gloopy. That makes sense that it is. I think you can only use like the tiniest bit, which is why this like lasted forever. Yeah, it was very scary, but I've also now spent the last 24 hours on a blocking spree on Instagram and TikTok. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments in my like filtered folder. Like I don't have filters set up, but the like TikTok has grabbed and put in the filtered folder to be like, are you being harassed? Yes, the answer is yes. I have made it onto the wrong side of the internet. And now I just have a bunch of people I have to block so that they hopefully never see me again. / when they do see the video that those guys post, because of course they will post that video whenever they put it together. I don't want any of the crappy people who follow them, who have seen me, who commented on my thing, to then be able to like tag me back in it. So I want to try and block all of them before that happens. Also, I got a DM from somebody. Oh, this one is from Jane Iredale. Again, I really like, oh, that's too much. Way too much. I really like her. I've talked about this before. I feel like Jane Iredale doesn't get enough love because it's not cool, but the products are so good. Like, it's just straight up, this is a purple blush. I was like, how do you even, what do you mean? What do you mean purple blush? But for a cool toned, like, it just goes into a perfect, I love it. Okay. Yeah, those guys are super litigious. Somebody DM'd me that she had actually, yeah, the purple's so good, right? It's so unexpected and it's so easy to wear. It is when I'm like not wearing anything else. The Jones Road is the first thing that I reach for, the Miracle Balm. The second option is this one because I'm cool toned. Like it really just looks so incredibly natural on me. I got a DM from somebody who encountered those exact same guys at a coffee shop that she works at, and they were there harassing patrons. And so then, the patrons complained to her, asked her to ask them to leave, and then they started harassing her because of course they did. And then they posted the thing, and then she started getting harassment from other people. Like other men started showing up at the place to harass her based on the fact that they had seen it in the fucking video. So anyway, these exact guys also, and one of them got arrested for pepper spraying some woman in her car. So they are not exactly as harmless as people in my comments are really enjoying telling me that they are. They're like, they don't approach you. I'm like, well, they approached me before I ever even interacted with them. I literally walked past them when I walked in the entrance to we don't have to get into all this, but they were standing in the entrance to the post office with their cameras pointed at the entrance, and I walked past them. Just assume, I'm like, I live in LA. I'm like, I don't know, you guys could be filming something. You guys could also just be like a guerrilla trying to film something, right? Like that happens all the time. People just like with little cameras trying to shoot without anybody noticing that they were shooting. But I was like, y'all are a little bit conspicuous with your gimbals and whatever. And then I went to my P.O. box and just walked right past them. I was also like, I don't know, maybe something happened here earlier. Maybe they're waiting for somebody, like maybe a celebrity's showing up. I don't know. So I just walked right past. And then when I turned around, they had turned their cameras on me. And then they followed me into the post office. And I was like, I literally haven't even talked to you. What the fuck are you doing? But I was the only person there. So, and that's when I asked them not to film. Because people were also giving me shit that like their faces weren't covered. They had sunglasses and hats on, and then they had their whole setup, and their setup was covering the bottom half of their face. So that was part of it, I think, is that they have their little DJI thing and their phone recording. And I think I assume they have 2 cameras in case someone knocks one of them out of their hands, which I contemplated doing. And then was like, well, the other one will get it on camera. And like, how do I How do I get tripped by one of these guys and accidentally take out his entire rig on my way down? Powder bronzer. I can tell you that I used this last year for Halloween when I went as Claudia Winkleman from the Traders UK, the host of the UK Traders, because she does like bronzy bronze makeup. I used it then, and I don't think I have used it on anything else, so that's gonna go away. Oh, this is the no makeup base. Is there a reason that I did? Oh, because it's I'm pale, but that's why I didn't use that. Cool. I need to find somebody with ivory skin. I also, how pale that was. Yeah. This was like one of the very first Say products that I did actually use it a lot, especially for it being a bronzer. But it is kind of chunky and separated. I think this is probably like 5 years old now. So I think this is gonna actually get tossed. 5, 6 years old. I think about things in terms of like, oh, I bought this and I remember showing it on TikTok. And then I'm like, oh my God, I've been on TikTok for 6 years. So that doesn't really mean anything at this point. This is Tarte, again, a brand I don't use. And it's I don't think I feel like maybe this came in like a Sephora thing. This feels really old. I have a powder foundation that I actually like and use. So that's also going to go into the things that are actually going to get like trashed are going to go into the sink where the rest of it is up there. This is a full coverage foundation. This is one of those cushion foundation things. And I was so curious about it. I never would have bought it for myself, but they sent it to me. And then I was like, okay, well, this is the only opportunity I'm ever going to have to try this. And I think I was like, oh, it is nuts. Like I feel like it's hard to show it without doing a full, I guess maybe that's the thing, is so you can see like half and half. But for it being as full coverage as it is, it still feels really light, which is wild to me. But I just never reach for it because I never really do a full face, which is why we're here. Also, it just like dries down really quickly, so I feel like it doesn't. I might actually need. I put these things in the sink now. Now I need water to attempt. That doesn't want to come off. This makes me feel like maybe I should save this for a wedding or something, because that's kind of wild. But that really didn't want to come off. Yeah. Okay. What was I saying before? Those guys are the worst. We don't need to talk about them anymore. I guess I pulled this out, but I didn't actually show it. You just get that sheen along with a little bit of color. I was literally wearing it today. That's with me forever. I have one other little one. I've given a couple of these away to other people. My mom loves this one too. This side I just rubbed to death, so it's gonna feel. This one is like slightly darker. What's the color? Pinched Cheeks. Similar tone, but just the fact that it's in a tiny thing makes it easy for me to travel with it. So I do keep that one around. This is a powder highlighter. I don't know the last time I've touched that, so I'm gonna put that over there and not even worry about it. I think these are samples, like old Sephora samples of powders. This is an Hourglass one, but these are like just about empty, and I don't know the last time I reached for them, and I don't know when they're even from. It's probably been 10 years. So those are just gonna go away because I have other powders here that I can use. This is gonna take me 1,000 years. We're not even done with one drawer, and it's been 46 minutes. This is another one of those Bare Minerals ones, but I think this is not my shade. I kept vanilla. This is suede. That looks unused though, so this I'm gonna put into the PR drawer because I think I just put it in here, but then I tried the one and that was my shade, so I just like didn't even try. Oh, that's not a black. I thought that it was. And I was like, maybe I can get rid of that other. This is an eyeshadow palette that's just like a very dark greeny brown though. This was a Wicked themed palette. Those are pretty fun colors. I'm gonna hold on to that. I don't have many eyeshadow palettes. Do you wanna see something? Wanna see a blast from the past? Wanna see some vintage makeup right here? I remember sitting on my sink using this palette in the apartment that I lived in with my best friend for 10 years. It was our last apartment together. I'm trying to think. It was before I met my former partner, and we met in 2012. So still gonna have so hold on to it, you're saying? I have never hit pan on a single one of these. Do I just keep it for the vibes? Like, I just so rarely wore makeup, but it was one of those things where it was like, oh, that was the thing, like you had to have it. It didn't matter how little makeup you wore, you had to have that. And so I did have it. We haven't made it through all the blush, you guys. There's more blush in here. Smashbox Halo. This says sheer to stay tint. It says it's for lip and cheek. So I'm gonna do that one on my lip. I don't think that's my color. I think that's why I don't. It's a little too pinky. It's beautiful, we keep them. Okay, great. So that's not the one. I've got a bunch of these Merit ones because the thing is, when people send me their stuff, I have given a bunch of these away to friends as well when they were not my shade. Okay, let's just swatch all of them and see what we got. This is Mood. Postmodern. Okay. Beverly Hills. I think this is like my sort of standard guy that I was using. Yeah, that's like very much just my skin. Okay, Fox. Fox is a little... I have my Dew eye patches on Most of the time, I'm honestly. It's only because I knew I was going to be putting stuff on and wiping stuff off my face that I thought about just having them on throughout this whole thing too. I'm just going to rub these off. Le Bon Bon. This one is pink. That's very specific. I like that it's a cool pink. I don't know that Pinky Pink Pink is my vibe. I do like these other guys though. Yeah, no, that one's gonna go. Yeah, as soon as this is over, I am gonna be putting a hydrating mask on my face and slapping those eye patches on and making myself some dinner and calling it a night. And then I'm gonna have to, yeah, we're really only gonna make it through this one drawer probably. What is this? Bare Minerals, I was like, original mineral veil. I was like, sure. Yeah. Tinted Tan Deep. That's just gonna go immediately into the PR pile because you're right about I should put some stuff on. I'm just rubbing the shit out of my skin. Yeah, that somebody else will be able to get some use out of that. I actually have been using the pressed, I think it's the pressed mineral veil of theirs, like as a powder, original mineral veil. Yeah. They're like setting powder, but they have a pressed version. Whoop. And it's just like a translucent. It's really good. I never thought, I remember the same sink that I would sit on to use this eyeshadow palette, I would use Bare Minerals. That was very, very 2010 of me. I was deep in my Bare Minerals. It's not makeup. I'm just nourishing my skin. I don't know what I thought I was doing. I didn't know anything about anything. And then this is a Bare Minerals pressed foundation, which I am going to keep that. I do use that occasionally for spot coverage on things. Same with I was saying, I love the Jane Iredale one. This one is such a mess. It's so good. The trick with it that I learned, yay, good job doing stuff. And I'm excited for you to tackle under the bathroom sink as well. That's a future date for me. The trick that I learned with the Jane Iredale one is that you have to only apply. You can't like rub it in with the brush. You have to just like apply it. I'm gonna get the brush. Like if I were to put it on, like you want to like put on the strokes in one direction rather than like doing one of those, just in one direction to make sure everything sits the same way, like whatever the formula is of the thing, basically. Like you want all of it to like lay there, and then you want to spray with some sort of hydrating, like setting spray kind of situation. And then that's what meshes it all in, which I did not know. And once I did that, I was like, oh, chef's kiss. This stuff is so good. This is the Tower 28 powder. I've slightly hit pan on that one. I like that one too. We're going to keep that. Okay, more blushes, but these ones are powder blushes. These are going to be impossible for me to take off. So I think I just have to do I have been using this one. This is the Bare Minerals bronzer. So it's like a bronzy blush. We're going to say yes to this. We have another relic. Okay, this is the thing. Same thing as the Urban Decay. It's just, if you were on last week, when I was unboxing Box Mountain, I got new, like NARS did a re-release, I think, of NARS Orgasm, and I said that I still had the original one that this has come off. But this, I never even hit pan on it. But this was actually the very first blush that I ever, and I never reach for it anymore because as pretty as the color is, it has those little flecks in there of shimmer that I just don't need shimmer in my stuff. And part of me just never wanted to get rid of it because it is such a relic, but I think its time has come, especially since they reformulated and one of the ones they sent me doesn't have shimmer in it. And I feel like I should just use that one. And that one is definitely at least 15 years old. I don't know what kind of LA germs are living on that thing. What are you? The best blush from Doan's Road. It's too pink for me. I think that's the thing, is I just never reach for it because it's too pink. I don't need it if it's too pink. Okay, Tower 28 blushes. These are great. One of these is crazy pink. One of my friends will use that for sure. It's like barely used for a reason. I feel like sometimes it's hard for me to tell too much of a difference in blush shades when I am putting them. I'm like, oh yeah, I see the difference in the thing, and then I put them on my face and I'm like, it's all the same. Is it just because I don't do a full face, so it's like I don't have like a blank canvas to put them on? These Jane Iredale ones are so good, but again, like those are just like so close to each other. There's Mocha and Velvet Petal. And so it's like I use them interchangeably, even though, and Mystique. I think I reach for this one more. I'm having that problem again. I'm just going to put those. I like them. I'm going to keep them for the moment. Now that I'm unearthing things, we'll see if I use some of the stuff that I've unearthed. Okay, I think we have, well, I've discovered a powder puff that I need to wash. I saw a thing about taking your brushes into the shower with you and washing your makeup brushes in the shower, and I think I need to start doing that. I was just looking for this the other day. This is the KJH Hyper Shine Serum. I think it comes in a different thing now, like a different dispenser of some sort. I think this is like the original one, but you can either use it alone or with the other products and kind of like as a base to shine up your face. I really like this, so I am holding on to this. I just need to put it somewhere where I don't lose it. Do I want to do some eyeshadows? These used to be my favorite eyeshadows. They're from Gen C, and I think most of them are separated. I think they're probably old or dry. Oh yeah, that literally just like crusted out. Like a piece just fell out. I don't think I ever noticed that these smelled before though, but they have a scent and it smells good. And I think maybe it's because it has dried out and condensed quite a bit, which is why there is a scent. Should I be putting this on my eye? I don't know. I don't know if you can even. Like, they're pretty. I loved them in their prime. There's a purple one. Yeah, they're so dried out. There's one of these that I used to use like every day. Also sorry, let me turn this back. Ooh, I just want to turn this back up again. My light broke and I am still waiting for a replacement. So I'm like dealing with everything in clip lights right now. What do I use instead of these now? I will show you. I really loved that they have like really good metallics, and even like this one is like a green gold metallic. And then I really loved, I think it was like shroom was the color. It was just like a really good natural looking cool brown for me. But it's completely dried out now. But if you look at all my old videos, I used a lot of that. I like, okay, when it comes to eyeshadows, my go-tos, Jones Road, Just a Sec eyeshadow. I do tend to just put these on with my fingers. This has what, like you can see it does have like a shimmer to it, but oh, I have that on my eye over there. I'll just do it over here. It has shimmer in a give it dimension way, not a there's shimmer. I feel like the light is too directional in here right now because my place is so dark. I feel like it's hard to see anything, but it gives it like dimension without looking glittery. Love this. And the Just a Sec eyeshadow, like it really does feel like it's very easy, just sort of like swipe it on and done. The thing that is most comparable to that for me, hold on, let me try and take this Gen C one off of this lid. The other thing that's most comparable to that sort of vibe of it has dimension but not shimmer is the Merit Solo Shadows. I do not love the matte Solo Shadows. I liked them at first, and then I found that they dried out really quickly, but something about the shimmer ones are different for me. Again, I do tend to just use my finger. But these they go on really well, and they have like a little bit of that shimmer, but without, or a little bit, yeah, shimmer that like creates dimension but doesn't feel glittery, if that makes sense. And then wow, I'm gonna have a sip of water. I haven't had water. And I've been talking for over an hour. Wow, I've been going for over an hour. One that I do need do I have a brush I can reach? Okay, my like actual, like everyday, this probably replaced the Gen C Shroom for me. I do love sort of like a liquid or a cream eyeshadow, but this is the Jones Road The Best eyeshadow is what it's called, and it's ash. And I have one other shade of it. I have like their dark brown, smoky brown, which is like really lovely. It's a really pretty dark brown, but for every day, this one just like, even if I'm not wearing other stuff, like it just creates enough shadow around my eye to make my eye pop. It's amazing, and I use it all the time, and I still haven't hit pan on it. Don't know how that's possible. I did say that I was going to show you the highlighters while I was here that I use. Okay. Be all end all, best highlighter of all time, everybody can suck it, is the RMS Beauty Living Luminizer. Wow, I haven't even hit, I don't know how I haven't, I've had this for a couple of years. I don't know how I haven't hit pan on this, but I have one backup just waiting. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell on, well, yeah, there you go. Like it literally just creates sunlight on your face, but without doing glitter. So this is Also, this is what I use as an inner corner highlight a lot. Whenever I just want to look glowy, I like to put a little on the tip of my nose, and it just, I put on a lot. Got real glowy there. And then the other ones that I absolutely adore, and they're very popular, so I feel like people know, is the KJH brand ones. So the Living Luminizer is very like, there is just a spotlight hitting my face, like I've got a beauty light on. The KJH ones have color to them. My favorite one is this pink shade, which she sells out of pretty often, but it's like a really beautiful highlight, but it has a little bit of a pink tint to it, like a pink reflect in it. So there's ones that are like bronzier that are really lovely, but it's just like, it gives it a little hint of something else when I want to step it up a notch, or if I'm doing something a little bit more colorful. Really love her stuff. And she just launched in Sephora, so I think they're at Sephora now too, which is great. Okay, I'm actually, before I call it, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more things in this drawer. These are eyeshadows. Makes my favorite concealer of all time. We haven't even hit concealers. I'm gonna have to do that on my own. But this eyeshadow is really pretty. It's like a dark green. I think maybe there's something similar in the Wicked palette, and this is like a green gold, which I feel like this is kind of similar to that dried out one that I'm getting rid of, so that's nice. And that one's, I don't know, a kind of cooler tone. Okay, I'm digging those. I'll show you this one first. I think I'm about to order another one of these. This is perhaps the only powder in my entire life that I have done this to. I should make a video about this before I actually toss this away. This is the Pat McGrath Baby Pink Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder. This shit is so good. I have a lot of beautiful lines, well-earned lines on my 44-year-old face. This does not settle into a single line or crease. Like, I do not understand how it works. This is magic. It is just like a brightening little under eye powder. It is small, but I only used it under my eyes. I didn't use it on the rest of my face, and I still destroyed it. So the one that I've been using while I haven't had any of that is this Thrive Cosmetics pink powder one. The problem is that it's one of these where it's like loose and it's got the little cushion in there. It just, you can see it's just making a mess everywhere. So I've got that. That's just kind of biding my time until I get more of this guy. And the last thing in here, again, super viral situation. This was the Urban Decay Moon Dust Cowboy. Was it Space Cowboy? I think everyone and their mom, when they put this on, it looks wet on them. It is a beautiful shimmer. I'm going to show you something though, because this is how pale and cool toned I am. On everybody else, it just looked like their eyelid got wet. It literally gives me like a gold tint, which is fine. It's just not what I was looking for when I got it, but it is really pretty. I do like to keep it around for like a glittery moment. That's the end of that drawer. Let me actually, can I even twist you to show you? This is insane. We're getting rid of everything over here. So that's something. And then there's stuff in the sink that's actual like toss. A lot of this is going to be like going to a secondary good home. Has anybody else finished projects? Is anybody still here hanging out? I don't know if I should continue doing this next week. This feels like a monumental task. The fact that this took me over an hour to just get through the one drawer, but I have been putting this off for ages. So this is actually incredibly helpful because I wouldn't have sat here and done this on my own. So thank you. I don't know if I should continue doing this next week or, oh, well, I'm glad that we're able to keep you company while you ate some food. I'm proud of you, even if it's been hard. Well, I'm proud of you, especially because it's been hard, but you know what I mean. Okay, don't say you only got shelf one. You got one shelf done. Congratulations on getting one. I only got one drawer done. I got one drawer done. You got one shelf done. You got your cookies done. Fantastic. I'm proud of everybody. Next week, yeah, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I will have that kitchen cart thing together and I can actually start on the pantry. There's just so much. There's so much. The same way that there's a lot of old and expired makeup. Ooh, pantry stuff is a very similar deal. I tend to be an ingredient hoarder when people like give me fancy things and I hold on to them for a rainy day and then I just never use them. So I have been trying to make an effort to actually use the stuff that is in my pantry, but I think there's probably a lot. And I just haven't reorganized everything since my former partner moved out a year and a half ago. And so much stuff has just like continued to be in kind of a chaotic state. And I would like to move past that. So as I'm talking through this, I'm realizing that that's probably what we're going to do next week, but we'll see what comes up for me this week. So thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. This is so nice to be able to just do this together and actually get through a task. So y'all are the best, and I will see you next week. Bye.